From the time of writing this, the second rendition of CJI is only 12 days away. The first event made history by being the first grappling competition to pay $1 million to the winner of each weight class. CJI is setting out to set history again by putting on the biggest team tournament in the history of this sport. But out of all the teams, who is going to win? And why might it turn out different than expected? The first time around, Craig Jones and the team at CJI set out to find who is the best grappler. They did this by putting on two 16-man tournaments in both the plus 80 and minus 80 kilogram weight classes. This led to two new champions, Cade Rutolo and Nicky Rod. This time around, they are looking for the best team. By partnering with the Japanese promotion Quintet, CJI built a tournament with 8 teams and 40 athletes that are set to compete between the 30th and the 31st of August. Quintet was created in 2018 by a Japanese MMA legend, Kazushi Sakuraba, the same guy who had a 90-minute long match against Royce Gracie. Quintet was created to take a different approach to jiu-jitsu tournaments. They made it so that there's one total weight limit that the whole team needs to stay under, so the matches doesn't go by weight, but rather by which athlete was picked in the lineup. This can make for some really interesting matches, like Haisam Rida versus the Gio brothers. In 2018 at Quintet 2, Haisam went out and submitted Richie Martinez. The match after, he was set to face the 20 kilogram lighter brother, Gio Martinez. Gio ended up by submitting Haisam via armbar to avenge his brother. I think potential matchups like this make this event very exciting. This is going to be even more amplified when literally every team is stacked. Like imagine Nicky Rod going against Mika Galvao. Just pause the video here if you want to read for any specific team. The heavy favorites are definitely Atos, B-Team and New Wave, so I want to focus on those. Atos is built by Felipe Pena at plus 99, Kainan Duarte at minus 99, Lucas Barbosa at minus 88, Ronaldo Jr. at minus 77 and Diego Pato at minus 66. With the coach being Andre Galvao. Together, the team shares 6 ADCC gold medals and a bunch of IBJJF medals in every belt. Atos is definitely the most decorated team, and the second most decorated team is New Wave, with Luke Griffith at plus 99, Giancarlo Bodoni at minus 99, Wagner Rocha at minus 88, Mika Galvao at minus 77, and Dorian Olivares with 66, with the team spearheaded by the coach John Danaher. Together they share 3 ADCC gold medals and a total of 8 ADCC medals. They recently had to change Dan Manasu for Wagner Rocha after Dan got injured in training. B-Team consists of Victor Hugo at plus 99, Nicky Rod at minus 99, Chris Wojcik at minus 88, Joseph Shen at minus 77, and Ethan Krelestin at minus 66. This team is coached by 2 guys, which is Nicky Ryan and Damien Anderson. This team doesn't have any previous ADCC gold medals, but is well decorated in other organizations like Nicky Rod, who is the previous winner of CJI. But why might the winning team be different from expected? To understand this, I need to explain more about how the rule set is built up. Before any match starts, both coaches choose which athlete is going first. These 2 competitors can be in totally different weight classes, and the coaches doesn't know who the other one picked before the start of the match. Now, there's one of 2 things that can happen. The first one is that someone submits another, which means that that person stays in, and he goes on to compete against the next person that coaches choose. The second is that no submissions are done and it becomes a draw. In this case, both people are out and the coaches choose one new athlete to go in. The time limit is 8 minutes for a round. For quote-unquote worse teams, this rule set can be used to stall out better competitors, then get one submission to win. This exact strategy was used by Polaris in Quintet 5 against B-Team. They understood that B-Team was better, so they choose to try to stall every match and get a single submission to win in the end. This strategy isn't completely viable, as seen in those 5 matches. Since no one got submitted, it went to judge's decision, and Polaris lost since B-Team had been in control for the majority of all matches. So basically what people look for to build these teams are athletes with high submission rates that aren't usually submitted in comp. For this sole reason, I think that New Wave has the highest chance of winning CJI, since every athlete is really good and hard to submit. The only weak link I can see is Dorian, but I still think it will be very hard to submit him because that dude doesn't stop moving. Also, his most recent loss is to Gerbeg at ADCC, but that was 2 points. Luke Griffith has been looking really dominant lately. Mika Galvao and Wagner Rocha both placed 1 and 2 in the minus 77 weight class in ADCC. Giancarlo Bodoni hasn't been submitted in a really long time and is the current reigning ADCC champ. This team is so well rounded that I think it will be really hard for anyone to do anything. But as I said before, you never know in this rule set, and the outcome can be really different from what you'd expect. Every team is really stacked and the edge is only slightly in New Way's favor, according to me. I'm really looking forward for this event, and it will definitely set the same standards as last time around. All in all, I'm looking forward to see what Craig has been cooking up, like Riff Raff is showing up at the event.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to help me reach more people.